In this video, I will go over all the things you need to know before you take the Wonderlic test. One of the requirements of being hired as a provincial corrections officer is successful completion of the Wonderlic test. If test taking makes your palms sweat, you are not alone. Or, if you have been out of school for some time, you may also be out of practice for test writing. This test anxiety can be especially worrisome if you have a great resume and have fully prepared for the interview process. Either way, writing the Wonderlic test can be intimidating. Thankfully, you can put your worries to rest because we have compiled a list of the 10 things you should know before you take the Wonderlic test. The first popular question that I will answer is, what is the Wonderlic test? The Wonderlic test is a cognitive test used by many employers to screen potential employees. Provincially, the Wonderlic is used for potential corrections officers. Since the onboarding process for hiring and training an employee is expensive, many employers look to cognitive ability tests to find the best candidates for a position. The Wonderlic test enables hiring managers and recruiters to determine the most suitable applicants quickly. The test's name comes from the company's name that created the exam, Wonderlic, Inc., and predicts your success and job performance in the position for which you have applied. The second popular question that I will answer is, what does the Wonderlic test assess? The Wonderlic test measures your mental aptness, which indicates how you will fare in the job. As a corrections officer, you will need to think on your feet, make quick decisions, and be able to perform various tasks. The Wonderlic test, however, does not determine your intelligence. Instead, it tests your ability to strategize to finish the test in the allotted time with a suitable score. For this reason, it is vital to prepare for the test before taking it. Practice is key to successful test taking. The third popular question that I will answer is, how long is the Wonderlic test? The Wonderlic test is quick. You will be given 12 minutes to answer as many of the 50 questions on the test as possible. Some employers will give a shortened version of the test called the Wonderlic Personnel Test. This test is 30 questions rather than the standard 50, and you are given 8 minutes instead of 12. The next question that I will cover is, what is on the Wonderlic test? As I mentioned before, the Wonderlic test has 50 questions. Those 50 questions are divided into 4 categories. One category is verbal reasoning, which covers grammar, vocabulary, word scramble, sentence structure, deductive reasoning, synonyms, antonyms, and analogies. Another category is abstract reasoning, which covers spatial reasoning, pattern recognition, and knowing 3D shapes and tiles. Another category is general knowledge, which covers general facts, recognizing dates, and identifying errors. Another category is numerical reasoning, which covers series, fractions, number patterns, and word problems. Another popular question that I will go over is, can you use a calculator on the Wonderlic test? Since the Wonderlic test measures your cognitive abilities, so you will not be permitted to use a calculator on the test. Instead, you will be able to use paper and pencil to try to work out the questions. Since you must answer the questions quickly, it is essential to have a good handle on what will be on the Wonderlic before your exam time. A good test preparation course will give you sample questions to test your knowledge and identify what topics might need more focus. As there are no calculators allowed, the numerical reasoning questions may take the most time. It is also important to remember that the test is not assessing your intelligence. So, the questions may not seem too advanced, but the test is challenging because of the time limit. The next question that I will cover is, how is the Wonderlic test assessed? The test determines your probability of being successful as a corrections officer. So you will need to correctly answer as many of the 50 questions as you can in that amount of time. A correct answer is 1 point, but you will not get any points for an incorrect answer. You will also get 0 for not answering a question. For instance, if you answer 30 questions correctly, your score will be 30. A perfect score is 50. If you are stuck on a question, you can skip it and then return to it later. This will help you answer more questions in the given time. Moving on, the next question that I will cover is, what happens if I don't do well on the Wonderlic test? If you do not achieve the test score required by the province to be a corrections officer, you will not land the job. There are ways to increase your chances of passing your Wonderlic test. Preparation by practicing for the test is one of the best ways to help yourself succeed. Moving on, I will now talk about what score do you need on the Wonderlic test. It would be best if you aim to answer as many questions as possible and answer them correctly. The hiring personnel for corrections has a confidential set target, but there are some numbers that we do know. Only 2-3% of those who write the test will finish all 50 questions. The average score is 21, which is the equivalent of 42% out of 100. The Wonderlic company has listed that certain occupations have median scores for your reference. This brings me to the next topic, which is how you can be successful on the Wonderlic test. Taking the Wonderlic test can invoke fear in even the most confident person. Passing the Wonderlic test means that you have completed another step to being a correctional officer. Since the test measures your cognitive abilities within a time constraint, you will need to be prepared to answer correctly and focus on the sections you excel in while studying to answer the questions that sometimes stump you. Your best route to success is to purchase an online test preparation package from Police Test Tutor. Doing so will give you an idea of the questions you will face, allowing you to practice in a timed manner, increasing your chances of success. Using Police Test Tutor to prepare for your Wonderlic test will give you insider information on the types of questions on the test, such as word scrambles, spatial reasoning, and grammar. In closing, the best online test preparation is with Police Test Tutor. For more information on Police Test Tutor's online test preparation package for the Wonderlic test, or to get a custom resume created by Police Test Tutors, Amy Watt, the only certified emergency services resume specialist in the world, contact us. Don't leave your dream job to chance. Let us help.